David Raya is simply world class. Let's just be honest right now. This guy could save a PDF on a calculator. He could save the Titanic. Today, you saw a goalkeeping masterclass. Arsenal's defense today looked like they could play that game 2 or 3 times and Man United wouldn't score. Man United on the balance of play had the better chances, and some people might say were the better team. In fact, a lot of people would probably say they were the better team. But the most important thing today for Arsenal Football Club was getting 3 points. Liverpool struggled against Bournemouth at times. Chelsea drew 0-0 against Crystal Palace. But Arsenal were the first team today, this game weekend, to go to a Big Six ground away from home where they haven't got a fantastic record. I think Gary Neville said they've won 3 out of the last 24 games at Old Trafford. But they've won 4 of the last 5 games against Man United now, and they've started the season strong. 3 points, clean sheet at a very, very tough away ground. I think if you said it at the beginning of the season, you know, when the fixtures come out, would you take 3 points and a 1-0 win against Manchester United? Pretty much every Arsenal fan around the world would be like, yep, I'll take it. That's exactly what they would say. We got off to a fantastic start yesterday. So did Man City. So did Sunderland. But it's only early. Arsenal have got Leeds next weekend in a game where I expect them to score goals. I expect them to create big chances and not using their strongest asset set piece. I expect them to have a lot more open play goals. Some of the reaction I've seen on Gyökeres doing that 007 thing because he hasn't been involved yet. Arsenal barely created clear-cut chances for him. When Kai Havertz come on as well, the link-up play was very, very good. Declan Rice was good today. Martin Ødegaard was probably their best outfield player. We're going to break it all down. Make sure you go down, drop a like on the video if you haven't already, and let me know your thoughts on Man United 0, Arsenal 1. And make sure you do hit that subscribe button. The road to 100,000 subscribers is well and truly on. We're under 200 away now from 74,000. If you haven't already, 93% of you haven't already, who watch the content on a daily basis, 93% have not subscribed. So please go down, hit that subscribe button, and let me know your thoughts. I want to start with the lineup. Now, when I saw the lineup, I thought, why is Miles Lewis-Skelly not in the first 11? Then it actually made sense because Calafiori was the one who got the goal. This centre-back pairing of Gabriel and Saliba for me is, I'm going to say it now. I may get clipped for this. I may get cooked for this. That is the best centre-back pairing for me in Europe. I don't want to hear about the only centre-back pairing I would say that is on par is Konate and Van Dijk. And they looked a little bit shaky defensively. I would take Gabriel and Saliba as a centre-back pairing over any other centre-back pairing around. Militao, Rudiger, not interested. You know, I love Romero and Van de Ven, but these two are on a different level. They are the best team in the league at managing games, at seeing results out. If they change their disciplinary situation, like last year, they had quite a few red cards. If they change that and they get Gyökeres scoring goals and they fix this left wing position, because Martinelli, for me, just isn't it. He can't beat his man. Trossard's injured. Madueke should be starting every single game. I thought the best Arsenal attacker was actually Kai Havertz. Saka couldn't really get involved in the game. I thought United played really, really well. I was impressed with Cunha, Brian and Mbeumo first half. But David Raya, man. Some of the saves this guy made in the first half save was absolutely ridiculous. Then he made 2 good saves in the second half. I thought Zubimendi played well. I thought Ødegaard it's a captain's performance. I thought he ran his socks off. I thought he was the best outfield player for Arsenal other than David Raya. Calafiori obviously got the goal. Ben White at right back. When you look at Man United's team, there's a lot to look at that and think they are going to be... I think Man United this season are going to have a good year. I thought Mount was pretty good in the first half. Dorgu could have scored. Brian and Mbeumo and Cunha, very, very good. Bruno, you know, running his socks off. Delict, some good challenges. Bayende, the difference in today's game was a world-class goalkeeper and a not world-class goalkeeper. Every time the ball goes into a box, David Raya is probably the best goalkeeper in world football at claiming crosses. He's strong. He's physical. You know, there was a time where, you know, the first half, the goal comes from a corner. Declan Rice puts in an unbelievable delivery like he always does. Probably the best corner taker. Not that we ever look at a corner taker as in a player's attribute, but he's probably the best corner taker in the Premier League. When it comes to a free kick, when it comes to a delivery, when it comes to putting a ball on the money, he does it every single time. Every single time. Declan Rice puts the corner in. It goes right onto Bayendir. Saliba's backing into him, done nothing wrong, and then it goes through, and then Calafiori heads it on the goal line into the back of the net. The similar thing happened in the second half, where a dangerous ball went in from Bruno Fernandes. I think it was De Ligt, or it might even be Linioro. One of them is backing in, but David Raya gets a strong hand on it, a strong punch, and punches it clear. That is the difference between the two goalkeepers. One had an absolute masterclass, and I'm comfortably saying now, for me, he's the second best goalkeeper in the Premier League behind Alisson. I think he's a better goalkeeper by far than Sanchez, by far than Vicario. I think he's better than Edison, Ortega, or Trafford, any of the Man City goalkeepers. I think this guy is clear. In terms of match stats, Man United had more shots on target, higher possession, higher passing accuracy. But like I said, Arsenal haven't got a great record at Old Trafford. And the most important thing was going there and getting the 3 points. Lots of teams, other than Man City, lots of teams, like the overall quality of the Premier League has massively improved. Aston Villa drawing with Newcastle, 0-0. Right? Chelsea drawing with Palace, 0-0. Brighton 1, Fulham 1. Sunderland upsetting West Ham 3-0. Other than Man City and Spurs, a lot of results this weekend that have been shocks. No one really thought Tottenham would lose to Burnley, and no one really thought City would lose to Wolves. City had a very, very good performance, I must say. But again, Wolves had chances in that game. They had some chances. Today, Arsenal went out there. They were resilient. They showed character. They showed the determination to score on the 13th minute and then pretty much hold on and carry on defending as a team. Now, I have got no qualms with Arsenal defensively. I think they're the best defensive team in the league. They have to get that left wing situation solved. If they're going to stick with Madueke, he has to be starting every single game. Because Martinelli, for me, he's just not at the level at the moment. I don't know what's happened. His confidence is gone. He can't beat his man. Whatever it is, whatever it may be, maybe loss of confidence, maybe, I don't know. I'm just trying to figure loss of confidence, or he's just been figured out. Today, again, wasn't good enough. Was not good enough by any stretch of the imagination. In terms of expected goals, Man United had a lot more. David Raya, Calafiori, Saliba, Ben White, all very, very good. Gyökeres, not his best game today, but he did only play an hour. Zubimendi and Ødegaard, very good. Declan Rice, very good. Saka couldn't really get in the game. I thought Dorgu for Man United was good. I thought Bruno, De Ligt, Yoro, Cunha, Brian Mbeumo, all very good. When you look at Arsenal's fixtures, I think they'll beat Newcastle, West Ham, Forest, and Leeds. The other two, though, that City game is going to be electric. That City game is going to be electric. Wow. 4:30 at the Emirates. In terms of the end of the month, they've also got a trip to Anfield. Liverpool looked shaky defensively. It wouldn't surprise me in a lot of these defensive games if Arsenal go on with a similar game plan. Get the goal, finish, and manage the game out. That is all they need to do because they're that strong defensively. In terms of in terms of the overall performance, I think there might be some Arsenal fans that critique and criticize things. If I'm playing Man United, or if I'm playing Arsenal, or if I'm playing Chelsea, or if I'm playing City or Liverpool, or Villa or Newcastle, I'm taking a 1-0 performance and getting out of there with the 3 points. It's too early in the season to start ripping into performances. I just think they managed the game out well. Make sure you go and drop a like. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Let me know your thoughts. And I will see you next time. Thank you all for watching. If there's any transfer news, I'll put a video out later. But I will see you all soon. I'm out.